Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sesh. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Hello, hotties of the world, and welcome back to another hot and steamy, sexy episode of Smoke Sesh. My name is Hannah, your host, and I am excited to be back with you all today. Actually, as you're listening to this, I am currently, I think, on like a 3 a.m. hike in the middle of the woods, hiking to an alpine lake. Oh my god, I can't fucking wait. I know she's living her best life. Don't say I never did anything for you, because I am pre-batching currently all the episodes that I can while I'm on vacation. But I cannot wait to be on vacation. It's going to be so freaking good. I am so ready to just get lost in the middle of the woods with my girls, smoke some weed in the mountains. What's fucking better than that? But before I leave, I did have to sit down with you guys so you are able to sit back, relax, and enjoy your weekly Smoke Sesh content. Today, we have a very fun episode. I get asked for these episodes more than I get asked for any other themed episode that we do. And what is it, may you ask? It is Girl Church. It is confessionals season, you guys. Honestly, I think the last confessionals we did was Halloween. So we are fucking due for a big, juicy confessionals episode. I love confessionals because here's the thing. I think we as women inherently assume we're evil. Hello, you're not. Hate to break the news to you. You're not evil. You're just living in this world as a human being. And sometimes we do weird, silly, fucked up things. You know what? And I feel like I used to overwhelm myself with guilt over just like little mistakes, little things that I would mess up on. And then I realized, oh my God, there is no church. There is no confessionals booth for the average individual. Like, I'm not stepping into that church and saying my sins for forgiveness. So I need to create the metaphorical confessional booth in my mind. And I'm happy to share that with you all. I'm happy to have this safe space where everybody can kind of get together, have a laugh, share their silly, funny, weird, fucked up stories, and hopefully find forgiveness within each other. I think that is so beautiful, and I'm happy to be here today with you all to do so. So this is going to be a bit of a crazy episode. If you want to go ahead and grab your snack, grab your coffee, grab your weed, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, because we have a lot of them today. This is in no particular order. And everything is anonymous always. I mean, any question you send in is always anonymous. Thank you for trusting me. Never, ever, ever will I share names. I have never even shared like my boyfriend's name or like anybody close to me. I do believe in anonymity, and I love that about us. I love that we can have a place where it's a judgment-free zone. So thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for trusting. Let's get into it. Confession. This past weekend, I went to a gay bar / club place, period, for the first time and hooked up with a pretty femme in the bathroom stall. Okay, hot, sexy. I had to figure out how to cover all the hickeys before I sang at church today. Also, this did not help me with my confusion if I am bisexual or if I'm actually just a lesbian who struggles with male validation. So send me good vibes while I figure this shit out, please. I love a good club bathroom stall hookup. It truly is like peak experience. Do not touch the walls. Don't touch anything. Don't even get on your knees. Like, that place is dirty. If you can do it the best you can without touching anything in there, 10 out of 10 recommend. Actually, I don't recommend public sex. Please be safe. But I have had my experiences, and they are hot, steamy, fun. So I'm glad you found your little girly femme at the club and had your first ever hookup experience. That is so exciting. Pro tip, I remember when I was younger, like in college, and my friends had gotten their first ever hickeys and were flying back home for spring break and could not let their parents see their hickeys. You know what works? And this is so silly, but it does actually work. Take a spoon, put it in the freezer or maybe a really, really cold thing of water. And then what you're going to do is place it on the hickey to chill the area out. And then slowly but surely, you're going to rub the hickey out, because what the hickey is basically just blood that is brought to the top and now pooled there. And if you can massage or essentially scrape the blood out of there and put it back into your body, it will dissipate the hickey faster than normal. Also, good luck with figuring out your sexuality. I don't think sexuality, I mean, it is something to be figured out, but the only way, in my opinion, to figure it out is through experience. So get out there, live life, do not hold yourself back, and have as much fun as you can. Someone said I get road rage walking behind people. Me as fuck. I walk so fucking fast that if I'm stuck behind like somebody who's taking up the entire sidewalk, there's a left side and a right side for a reason, I actually get so frustrated because I am walking at the pace of basically a horse trotting down the street. And if I can't get past you, or if like I'm running late, I'm gonna become basically the whole. Went on a solo trip to Portugal 3 weeks after I broke up with my toxic gaslighting boyfriend, period. Can I get a round of applause? I had a great time and had a 2-day romance with a random 27-year-old man I met randomly one night at the end of my trip. Okay, hot steamy, living your best life. I'm doing so much better now, 2 months out of the relationship. Thank you for all the advice along the way and encouraging me to have the confidence to put myself first. Love you. Oh my God, I love you. That's no, I love that. This is why I think traveling is so important, especially when you're young, hot, and single, because not only are you going to get out there, experience the world, realize the world is bigger than you, but also you will have those vacation boyfriends. Vacation boyfriends are so important. Not that your whole entire trip should be wrapped up in a man. Like if you're on a girls trip, keep it just the girls. Do not involve any men. That's going to ruin the vibe. But if you're on like a solo trip, self-exploration trip, and you don't know what to do, pick up as many vacation boyfriends as you can. Because what vacation boyfriends do is they try and make you have the best 2 to 3 days of your entire life. They're taking you to all their favorite spots. They're, giving you the best D possible. They are just truly acting as if they are straight out of a rom-com novel. The key here is vacation boyfriends are meant for vacations. They are not meant for boyfriends. That like amazing experience is not going to last outside of that vacation. I fear they can only hold on to it for a couple days. So live those couple days fully and release them back into the wild for another woman to enjoy. But I am proud of you. These always shock me. That's why I have to read them like live on air, because in the usual episodes I go through and then I just like grab a bunch of questions so I'm prepared for the episode. But with the confessionals, it's like truly you need my raw reaction to some of these questions because they're fucking crazy. Fisted my ex and accidentally sent the video to my Xbox right after I quit. Babe, what? I'm not sure if this was like I don't know if they thought this was just like an amazing parting gift, like thank you, you know what, thank you for this video, or at least you're never ever gonna see them again. But oh my God, this is why do not ever text crazy videos. Do not ever like send crazy videos. I know you're like, well, how am I supposed to keep it with my man when I'm halfway across the country? Yeah, sure, fine. If you can find a safe way to send those, absolutely. But please be careful, because yes, sometimes it does end up going to the wrong person. Fisting your ex is crazy. My boyfriend and I broke up, but I selfishly want to stay friends with benefits because he can lay pipe. Yeah. I'll tell you what, breakup sex, ooh, I hate to say, it is some of the best sex because it's like goodbye sex. Same thing like right before you go on a trip, or like right before you're just not going to see each other for a while. It is the best sex ever because it's practically like, this is my last chance. This is my last chance to give them the best experience ever so they'll never, ever forget me. I fear if you keep doing it, it's not going to be that good forever. I think it will be like, good a couple months, maybe like toxically outside of the relationship. But if you're broken up and he's still laying pipe on you, I fear that is community pipe now. If you're broken up, he is for the streets, that is community pipe. And I don't want any of my girls getting community pipe because that shit is greasy, dirty, hairy, nasty. You need clean pipe. I let a random Tinder guy sneak into my cabin to fuck, and I think we fell in love. Aw, you definitely didn't fall in love. I mean, you probably fell in love with like the experience of it all. But no. Live your crazy life, have your crazy experience, and leave that man in the forest where he belongs. Oh no, hooked up with a guy I met twice, then went home to my toxic boyfriend of 6 years. LOL. Listen, I am never pro cheating. I will never sit back here and be like, I am pro fucking around on your boyfriend. Like, if you can, break up with them first. But this is a safe space, and I am thankful for you sharing. And sometimes it does take getting under somebody to get over somebody. Yeah, that's so bad. But like, how toxic was he? If he's a piece of shit, fuck him, period. Ew, I sat in the bathroom while he shit multiple times. For shits and giggles, I held his hand once. You guys are some freaks. Like, that's... What? I'm not into poop play. Never, ever will I let a man shit on my chest. That will never be something in my wheelhouse. Listen, we all have our kinks. We all have our interests. Absolutely. And dare I argue, if you were in the bathroom sitting next to his feet while he takes a poop with the particles practically flying on your face and you're holding his hand, dare I argue, you might as well get into it. Like, maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe this will open new avenues for you. You know what I mean? But I've never been into that. And like, listen, me and my boyfriend are close, but we're not that close. I don't fuck with like the excrements, one may say. I don't even want him to like pee next to me. I don't want him to do anything else next to me. I need that door closed, candle lit. I need it to air out for 5 minutes before I'm even anywhere near it. And maybe that's a me problem. maybe that's a me problem. I got fingered with a tampon in on 4th of July weekend. Girl, ouch. Hello, was that tampon not piercing your cervix? That sounds so painful. But I will say the craziest shit always happens 4th of July weekend. The craziest shit. Maybe it's because every single person in the entire country is blackout fucking drunk, as they should be. But it's always the craziest shit that happens on the 4th of July. I remember me and my friend went to listen, when you're in high school, you either party at someone's rich fucking mansion or you go out into the country and you party in the middle of the woods. Okay. And I remember me and my best friend went out to the middle of the woods with all of these guys to go party, set off fireworks, ride ATVs, whatever it is, drink fucking beer by the fire. And we were having a grand old time until we realized, like, oh my God, these men want to have sex with us. And then we had to practically sprint out of this cornfield. It sounds scarier than it is. We were just giggling, having a good time. There was actually no pressure. It was just like, LOL, let's leave these men alone. That would be hilarious. Sprint out of this cornfield. We're running past the gas station. We're picking up 4 locals. We're chugging them. We're like, what was I doing? Where were my parents? Hello. I tend to have fantasies including my current situationship and his friends. LMAO. Is this normal? Yeah, I think so. Especially if you're like into like multiples situations, and maybe this is something you could recommend. Especially if this is just a situationship. If you're like, this man will never love me, let's just get freaky. Let's just get crazy. Maybe you guys could, I don't know, go to Paris, one may say. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you and his best friend and him could go to Paris. And that would be so incredibly fun. I'm so jealous of you. No, just kidding. I've thought about it and I'm like, if I ever do a three-way, which not planning on it, but I've thought about this for a while. If I ever do, I think if I did it with a girl and a guy, it would have to be 2 people that I have never, ever met before, because I do get jealous. I am a jealous, crazy bitch. And it's like, I can't have my lover involved. So it has to be 2 people that I've never met before, or 2 guys. Or 2 girls. You know what? I'll have it any which way. Now that I think about it. But mostly the not knowing them is important. I say, if it's a situationship and you're like, you know what? Fuck him. He's never gonna, really like me. He's never gonna wife me up, whatever. You're just chasing after him. I would start hitting on the best friend. And then, this is toxic hours. I would start hitting on the best friend and then, maybe get both of them involved. And stay safe. I cook space brownies and my sisters didn't know I do it. I fear they did. If they know what weed is, they definitely knew what you were doing. But if they didn't know what weed was, then they have no fucking clue. Because listen, when you make space brownies, you can smell that shit for miles. I know this. You know what? I've lived so many different lives. I remember when I was like 18, I was dating this guy from the trailer park. From the trailer park, kind of. He was like living there over the summer, and then we just started dating when he was living out in Nebraska over the summer. And so I would go out to his trailer out in the middle of fucking nowhere in the plains, and we would cook space brownies in the trailer. And listen, that shit stunk up the entire fucking trailer park. And I knew this. That's why I always went to his trailer to do so. But I remember I was in college at the time. So, of course, you know, I stayed in the dorms most of the time. And I remember this girl on the floor above us who was like, oh, Hannah makes space brownies all the time and she gives them out. I want to try it. She did not talk to me first, but I know this was the way she was thinking. I want to try it. So she tried making space brownies in the communal dorm. No. That ain't gonna work. The entire dorm smelled like fucking weed for at least a week. She never got caught. We're no snitches, but it definitely was like a please be careful. That shit's potent. I genuinely think I'm capable of physically hurting a man. I would be fine stabbing one. What's that audio? I think a woman should be able to kill one man a week. Real as fuck. Sometimes the anger is absolutely valid. Told a man I'm not interested, but I know he is, and we DM every day because I'm a lonely girl. ... You know what? At least you told him what it was. I will say your actions are speaking differently than your words. Maybe you are interested in him, though. Maybe it's just like, boredom is not interest. You know what? Have your fun. At least be very direct with how you feel. Crashed out and used the X to get over the situationship. SOS. Oh no. You know what? Did you have a good time though? I say have your fun and leave both of them in the trash where they belong. One of my friends told me that our mutual friend, I'm assuming is a male, had sex with 2 girls. One of them being his girlfriend's best friend. And I don't think it's true, but if they did fuck, like, what the hell do I do? Oh, this is difficult. When you hear rumors of like circulating of suspicious activity and you're like, do I tell them because I have no way to confirm? Do I just sit back and take in the information? This is tricky. This is when, okay, side note, do they still do this in high school? At least in my high school. Also, the space ones look kind of weird. Don't judge me. My hair's greasy. I'm trying to bring back 2016 space buns. No, I'm not. Girl, you cannot bring back 2016. So in my high school, we had these like T pages. I don't know if high schools still do this or even colleges. My college had a T page where it was like a couple people, a couple admins running the page. One of them being me. Nope. Just for a little bit. And essentially everybody, the same way we kind of do this here, a lot is making sense now. The same way we do this here, everybody would send in like the tea they have, the drama they have, and then no matter what, true or false, there was no confirmation. They just posted that shit. And they let everybody else handle it. So I would say this is weird and sneaky and not godly advice. But if you don't want to be the person to break the news, if you have a T page or a way that you can like anonymously tell her without her knowing, be like, I heard a little birdie told me that your boyfriend fucked 2 other girls at the same time and one of them is your best friend. That's a big bomb to drop on somebody. But if you really, really feel guilty, if you can find a way to anonymously tell them, that's ideal. Or I guess tell them in person. That's the normal thing to do. But you don't want to be the person that's like spreading rumors and like none of them being true. That's why I say anonymously do that. But it's so hard to break the news to somebody. I'm 17 and dating a guy that's 38. If I had police power, I would be arresting him and dragging him to a jail cell immediately. I hate to break it to you, queen. You think it's cute and hot and sexy. It's not. He's a loser. That's why he's dating a 17-year-old. It's because he can't get women in their mid-20s because they know he's a loser and they need more. And you're going to look back and it's not going to be your fault. It's not your fault. I never, ever, ever want to blame a woman for a man's fucked up problems. But I do like to make them aware to the problems that the man has. And I know you're sitting here like, I know everybody's telling me, but I'm so in love. Save your future self the trauma and dump this man in the dirt where he belongs. I've stolen so much food from my work. Oh, girl, me too. I go right into that walk-in cooler and I fill my grocery bag up and I leave. I'll take toilet paper. I'll take plates, cups, spoons. I'll take whatever the fuck I want. For my last job, I would take like at least 1 bottle of soju a night. I stole shot glasses. I took everything. Because listen, you're taking my time and sanity. I need more than a paycheck out of you. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to cook tomato sauce at home. I'll go downstairs to walk-in cooler and I'll take like 8 tomatoes in my purse and leave. I don't steal alcohol as much as I used to when I was younger because that can get tricky. But with food, it's like, girl, fuck it, whatever. I have a heavy foot fetish and I hate it. I would love to be normal. I think feet are normal. I kind of low-key also have a foot fetish. Not for me sucking toes, but for other people sucking toes. I think that's hot. That's sexy. 1,000%. I think in the grand scheme of all the weird shit people do during sex, and all of that weird shit is valid as long as it's consensual, feet is like at the bottom of the, totem pole of weirdness. Feet are normal. I mean, it's a big ask to look a woman in the eyes and be like, can you just jerk me off with my feet? Like, you need to find a Pilates princess for that because the ab workout that entails is fucking crazy. But like, if you want to suck on some toes, pop a toe in your mouth. I don't think they're going to care. Like, if you're dicking her down, I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but either way, if you're strapping her down, if you're dicking her down, pop a toe in the mouth. I don't think it's the craziest thing you can do. I'm about to fly to France to stay with a guy I've met once at a boiler room set. Budding romance of a French tale. You know what? As long as somebody has your location, girl, go out there, have fun, stay sexy, and go dancing. You need to go dancing, especially if you met at a boiler room set. When I was a kid, I used to stick my abusive stepdad's toothbrush in the toilet. That is so funny. As you should. I love like little weird ways to like get back on somebody. Like, girl, fuck you. I'm shoving your toothbrush in a pile of shit, like my boyfriend and I are open and go to these Berlin style sex raves and none of our friends know. Ooh, keep it a secret. Not because I think you should be like shameful, but I think that's what makes it like fun, hot, and sexy. It's like your guys' little thing you do together, and that's what makes it like so fun, like, sure, you could share it, but that kind of ruins the fun of like, this is our thing, this is our secret thing. We go to these sex raves together, we're open, we have such a fun time. Keep having that fun time, keep maintaining that fun time. I have a sugar daddy. God, I'm jealous. God, I am fucking jealous. If I had a man who paid my rent, life would be so much better. It truly would be. Give him my number immediately. Wait, so many sugar daddies. Sugar baby here. Yeah, I run the show. 3 years. He's my boss. What? Hard to date because I'm spoiled. Oh, it's like nobody can treat me like him. That kind of thing. Very valid. Very valid. Maybe you just have like different kind of ways or boundaries. You do. If you're going to be in a relationship with a man, he does need to be like that extreme provider. Maybe you should be dating sugar daddies, like if that's kind of the relationship that you want, you only want to be with men who are like fully providing financially. Maybe get into the sugar world, but like only look for like kind of like that dating situation. I think that also just makes sugaring so much easier when it's like, no, I actually like this person. I don't know, but I call my ex every time I'm drunk. I can't resist. Babe, if you don't block his fucking number right now, stop harassing that man. Oh my God. I feel that though. It's like, I just want to talk to somebody I love. Girl, drop that man, drop that number. Drop that habit. I flashed my titties to a 60-year-old woman on 4th of July. Okay, like I said, craziest things happen on 4th of July because my boyfriend and I were arguing and she randomly inserted herself into our conversation, told me to calm down and that I was exposing myself. I was in a mini bikini, so wouldn't be surprised if there was a nip slip, but she pissed me off. She wanted to see exposed. I definitely showed her. Next time, mind your own motherfucking business. I hate to say it. Once you flash your titties to someone, you are involving them. But also, it's like, girl, Obviously I'm going through something. I'm screaming at this man. My titties are out. Like, truly, I'm on unhinged crazy hours. The last thing you need to do is say anything to me. I gave a man pink eye because I wanted to hook up and didn't want to wait until I cleaned up. Cleaned up what? Cleaned up what, girl? He deserved the pink eye TBH because he fucked me over after LMAO. Girl, pink eye. What do you got back there that's giving men pink eye? Did you fart in his face? Did you fart in his face? Maybe he's into that, but like, I got love bombed and ghosted by a man, so I called the cops to do a wellness check on him. Girl, oh my God. This is crazy bitch hours, and I fully, I understand you, babe. I really, really do. I fear maybe we shouldn't call the cops on people. I fear the cops are not one of us. Like, they are not here for us. But LO fucking L. I was sexting a guy despite knowing he had a girlfriend at the time. The other woman. Girl, I fear you have to tell her. I feel you have to screenshot all of those and send them anonymously. Here's the thing. If you do fucked up shit, you do fucked up shit. I mean, don't do fucked up shit knowing you're doing it. But sometimes you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't realize I had a girlfriend. That's when you have to send it. You do. You got to be the person to do it. Especially if you don't know them. It's like, fuck it. What do you have to lose? You're not like breaking up a friendship or anything. I don't know this girl. But you do need to tell them because like, could you imagine that girl going through that? Like, if he's doing that with you, he's also doing that with a million other girls. Last night, I met up with a guy who put 2 condoms over my foot and sat on it. I don't girl, I'm looking at my foot. I got a size 8. That's massive. I don't know how someone could physically fit that inside of them. Did you like it? Like, were you into it? Was it your thing? That is crazy. I think I'm a fucking freak, but then sometimes I hear about other freak nasty shit people are doing in the bedroom, like casually on a Tuesday, and I realize like, oh my God, girl, no, I'm very vanilla compared to some people, but like, oh my God, sat on it. My foot is massive. Sorry, foot jump scare. That's crazy. And honestly, I want to give him a round of applause for that. That's impressive. Truly, that is a feat. Just did anal, and I have to admit it. I love it, even though I have been against it my whole life. Yeah, me when I first did anal. It's because you have to do it in the right like situation. I've done anal that I did not like, and I've done anal that I loved and enjoyed. And the one that I loved and enjoyed was like slow, take your time, very lubricated, making sure I'm ready. That's the only way to do it. And it is very pleasureful if you like the feeling of being full. Period. The same way that man sat on that woman's foot, you know? Like, if you enjoy that feeling of being completely full, it is the vibe. And you know what? At least you enjoyed it. At least you discovered another thing that you enjoy to do. That's all that matters. Made out with a girl at the club last night. Last time I kissed anyone before that was February 2023. Babe, where have you been? Have you been locked up? Maybe mentally locked up, which like props if you needed time to yourself. I hope the makeout was fantastic and amazing. And I think a makeout can be like very innocent, you know? It's like you're not getting fingered in the club bathroom. Not that I'm against it, but like I understand how that could be a rush if the last thing you did anything was February 2023. So like go have your little fun little makeout sessions. You deserve it. After this time, you absolutely deserve it. Staying over at my friend's. Her water bill's doomed. I'm jetting water on my clit every night. Girl, does she have one of those handheld showers? Because I fear I would be doing that too. I remember when I was younger. Listen, when you're a young woman, you'll do anything to get off. Anything. When you're young and depraved, you'll do anything to get off. You hear like the usuals of like the like hairbrush handle. I never did that because I wasn't interested in anything inside of me, or like electric toothbrush. That's another one because it vibrates. I didn't do any of that, but what I was interested in was the tub faucet. I feel like every woman has had an experience with the tub faucet where you're just like legs spread under that tub faucet. And there were many conversations with my parents where they're like, you're like wasting so much goddamn water. You were in that shower for at least an hour. And I'm like, what? I'm just sitting there like just watching a show, doing my thing. Like, what are you talking about? Me, legs spread under that tub faucet. I feel you. Mother Hannah, I fell in love a little bit with a 45-year-old man. I'm 22 at a yoga retreat. Well, at least you're over the age of 20. When you're under the age of 20 and anybody else is older, I'm like side-eyeing hard. But if you're 22, I don't know, maybe that man needs to open up that pussy chakra. Maybe that man knows how to open up that pussy chakra. You probably fell in love with him. He falls in love with every woman he meets. Any man who is into like spirituality and yoga, that's the biggest slut on this planet. High key, because I've dated one. White man with dreads, beads in dreads, only wore tie-dye, toes out all the time, would have been barefoot if he could have been. Like I said, lived in the trailer park. I cooked weed brownies in his trailer. Oh, if you can avoid that person, you definitely can. Gauges, like, oh my God. And listen, I'll tell you what, that man was very good at opening up that pussy chakra, but I fear he does that to a lot of women. So get your fill in, literally, and get the fuck out of there. Pop my pussy on a boat in the middle of a swamp under the moon? Did Lana Del Rey send this in? She would be so proud of you, girl. I let a random guy touch me when I found out my current fiance lied about being a virgin. Wait a minute. Were you a virgin? Were you assuming you were both virgins before getting married? And you're listening to the Smoke Sesh podcast? That's amazing. There's so many different walks of life here, and I welcome you all with open arms. And I'm not here to shame you at all, ever. Like, I've done weird fucking shit. But how are you going to get married to somebody if you don't know the sex chemistry is good? Like, have you seen his penis ever in your entire life? I'm sure you have. You guys haven't had sex at all? That's crazy to me. And dare argue, if you're already letting a random guy touch you because you're mad at your fiance, the marriage is gonna be crazy. The marriage is gonna be fucking wild crazy. Like I'm talking infidelity to the max. So I think you need to go live your hot girl summer if you've already kind of like broken the virginity thing and get wild, get crazy. Like, it sounds like you want to go out and just be a crazy wild girl. And I think all women should have their crazy wild girl experiences without shame. Ooh, we have a call in. Okay, here's the thing. I haven't been doing call-ins in a while because I've been trying to find the best way to do them. We're bringing back call-ins. There is no like specific place or way to do it. This is just what works best for me. The same way that I upload a questionnaire, you can submit your like little comments, or you can send them to my DMs, Instagram.com@HannahMarlene. You can submit to that little questionnaire a video of you speaking. Your face doesn't have to be in it. Or to my DMs, you can always submit a voice note, a voice message. Just record your voice, hit send, maybe leave a little comment about what it's about so I know previously. But I am open to voice notes now. Please, to the questionnaire, send a little video. To the DMs, send a voice note. I would love to hear from you guys. With that being said, let's hear this out.
Anna, love from Scotland, by the way. My confession is that this one time I was at a bar and I got my period and the bar had no tampons, no pads, no nothing, and I'm wearing a bright pink thong and I need to do something. So I get some toilet roll, I shove it down there thinking everything's going to be okay. I'm wearing a skirt, bear in mind. And then about an hour later, I'm steaming, I'm so drunk, and I end up playing pool with this man. And he looks down and goes, oh, someone's had an injury, picks up this blood-soaked tissue, sits it on the chair. I look at him dead in the eye and I go, oh, knowing fine well that blood came from me, that is my blood, and he's just picked up what was in my vagina. This fell out on the floor and now it's sitting on show, on display in the bar.
Well, I'll tell you what, you marked your territory in that bar, that's for goddamn sure. Oh my God. You know what? At least he didn't know what the fuck was going on. At least he had no clue. Uh-oh, someone had an injury. Yeah, bitch. One in my uterus. It sucks when you start your period unexpectedly and you're like, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? Toilet paper is always my go-to. Roll it up, shove it in your underwear. But so funny, you're like leaning over to play pool and it's like just falls on the floor. That bar, you own that bar now. I'll tell you what, for sure. Oh, I used my mom's vibrator when I was like 14. Oh my God. I mean, you are a recreation of her. So technically, I guess it's nothing me trying to justify this. Like if you guys have the same pussy, then like kind of oh, I don't even know where to go from this. You know what, though? If I was a mother, I'm imagining this. If I was a mother and I had any sort of teenager in my house, I'm just going to assume they're doing the most weird, fucked up, horny, depraved shit because that's what I was doing. And I do think it's a rite of passage for young people. It's like your hormones are just out of control. You're horny 24/7. Can't blame ya. But also, it's like, don't go in my drawers. Don't go in there. That's so funny. Oh, my boyfriend's older sister is so possessive of him that I secretly cannot stand her. She even guilt tripped him for not visiting her across the country. Listen, I think it's really important to have a good relationship with your family. That's something that I really look forward to. Like, I do think you need to be able to get along with your family. Now, if your family's fucking batshit crazy, then period, you don't have to get along with them. But if you have a very normal, loving family and you hate them for some reason, I'm going to side eye you. Now, this is weird. This is weird. This is odd. And dare I argue, I know, maybe misogynist take of me. This is a fun episode. There are no bad opinions here. When the mother or the sister is too into the man, like way too into the man. Like I'm talking possessive, like almost acting like a girlfriend. It's because they want to fuck him. It's because they want to fuck him. And I know that sounds so weird. And maybe that's not what they're thinking in their head. But subconsciously, I think that's there. And that is the type of like crazy bitch love. It's the same kind of like as if they had an ex-girlfriend. That's hard to deal with. Now, I do think maybe you should have a conversation like, hey, I think this is a little odd. But also you have to ask yourself, like, that's their family. That's not something they're going to as easily cut off as an ex-girlfriend. Is it something you can put up with? Ooh. I was on crazy meds and I posted my nudes on Reddit on Rate My Body sub. It haunts me. We've all done crazy shit. It's okay. You can get it scrubbed, though. Don't worry if you really need to. Like off the internet, but we've all done weird depraved shit when we were younger. I remember when I was younger, when I was in high school, I was a virgin like longer than anybody else I knew. Like I didn't lose my virginity until summer of like in between senior year and college. So during senior year, I was convinced that I was going to sell my virginity for like $1 million fucking dollars, because there's like fucked up websites out there that it's like you can buy these girls' virginity for $1 million quadrillion dollars. It's like a bidding website. That's so fucked up that I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to lose it to some random. I'll just sell it for a bunch of money. So it's like, I feel you on the posting random shit online. I didn't post nudes online when I was younger, but it was something that I was like really looking into. And it's like, girl, you did not need to be doing that. DJ my kitty cat to AO3 website fix. How do I feel less guilt, shame about self-pleasure? Oh no, girl, that's just a part of girlhood. Listen, when I was younger, it was me on Wattpad to Harry Styles fanfics. Like, we all do it. Me currently as well to AO3 fics. My current hyperfixation to AO3 fics is this is so funny. Pedro Pascal's Joel Miller from The Last of Us. Oh girl, I would do flips and tricks on that D, that's for sure. But he's like a fictional character. It was my hyperfixation on AO3 for a while, just because like I was like, I need to read as many as possible. But like, don't feel shameful about that. You're not watching like fucked up porn. You're reading like well written novels by other intellectual women. And yeah, you know what, flick the bean, have your fun. I think society convinces women that they should not feel pleasure because we're not deserving of pleasure, but in fact, dare I argue, women go through so much that if anybody's deserving of pleasure, it's women. So have your fun, enjoy your time, and if you're flicking the bean, DJ and the kitty cat, go get a vibrator. A vibrator will make you feel less shameful about sex. I promise you. I have 3 boyfriends right now and they don't know about each other. Listen, I support women's rights and wrongs always. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that's wrong. Listen, my boyfriend's best friend, he is like, he is getting like fucked over by these girls, kind of just like, they're like, we're in an open relationship, so I have 3 boyfriends and you're one of them. And he was like, Hannah should talk on her podcast about how women should treat men better. What do you think this is? What do you think? You think I'm going to sit up here and say that out loud? No, 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 no. Women should run around these men the same exact fucking way that men are running around these women. Never, ever will I feel bad about a woman treating a man the same way that men treat us, period. So you have your boyfriends, you have your fun. Maybe you have your little challengers moment. You could do something even really weird and fucked up. This is like confessionals if we were in hell. Like, I'm the devil sitting next to you. I always turn super toxic on these episodes, so please take anything I say with a grain of salt. We're just here for a good time, like I say. But maybe you could invite them all to the same bar and then have them all sitting in different areas and see for the entire night if you can like go each person to each person without them all knowing that you're doing it. That is so fucked up of me, but fuck it. I got fingered by my ex for the first time leaving church camp in a van full of 12 other kids. Yeah, listen, the Christians, they're the most depraved freaks. They're doing the weirdest shit ever. I have been on many church camps, trips, whatever you want to call it. There was always 2 or 3 people that were fucking. There was always like weird shit going on. They're horny teenagers. Of course they're doing it. Like, I'm not surprised. But the Catholics and the Christians, they do crazy shit. Oh no. Had my ex's ChatGPT when we broke up. He got ED, plus he saw other girls while we dated. I logged out after seeing ChatGPT comfort him when his crush soft launched someone else. AI is evil. AI is evil. It's the devil. I do not fuck with AI at all. How dare you? How dare you, AI, sit up here and comfort her boyfriend when he's cheating on her? That is fucked up. That is evil hours. I'm a server and sometimes I eat off people's plates when they send back food. I fear everybody's done that. You're like, Hannah, you've done that? Listen, I will sell somebody a full plate of food. This is psycho hours. I'll send somebody a full plate of food. They won't touch it. They won't touch it. And it's like, do you like want a refund? Do you want to send this back? Like, I don't have to charge you for it. It's like, no, like we don't want it. Whatever. Like, yeah, we just don't want it. I don't know. I serve a lot of rich people. They just be ordering food and not eating it. When I take that back to the kitchen, me and the girls are feasting. Girl, we haven't eaten for, I don't know, 8 hours. Yeah, we're going to eat your leftover food. I don't give a fuck. Now, if it's like touched and destroyed, I'm not doing that. I do have a germ phobia, but I do know a lot of other people in the restaurant industry who will eat that half-eaten burger. They will. They'll eat that half-eaten bowl of ramen. They'll eat, the last couple pizza slices. And listen, I'm not gonna look. I see no evil, hear no evil. If you're hungry, girl, feed yourself. I'm not gonna shame you for that. I also think there's a stigma that like if you complain in restaurants, they're gonna spit in your food. I have been in a restaurant for so many fucking years. I have never once seen that. I'm sure somebody has seen that possibly, but if you really piss off the fucking kitchen or you piss off the servers, the thing is they're just not gonna make your food well. They're not going to make it well. They're just going to throw it down on the fucking plate and serve it to you. I have never once seen anybody spit in somebody's food. But I do like that that's a rumor because that means people are a little scared to try me. When I was mentally ill, manic teen, I faked a medical emergency at a Del Taco. Please help me. I need an ambulance. The tacos aren't sitting right in my stomach. I knew I didn't get enough attention as a kid when it was like 2nd grade and I was trying to throw myself off the monkey bars in order to break my arm because I wanted attention. I wanted attention so bad and I knew like no one was paying attention to me that I was truly trying to throw myself off the monkey bars and break an arm. That's crazy. Girl, I am currently having the best sex of my life with the most evil man I've ever met. I fear it's like this. I fear it is like this. And do you know why? It's not because the dick's actually good. It's because it's the only good thing in the relationship. Let me tell you this. When the dick is the only good thing in the relationship, like he's evil, he's horrible, he's a little ugly, like you hate everything else about him. When the dick is the only good thing, it makes it feel like holy. It makes it feel like the best thing that's ever happened to you. And it truly isn't. Once you get out of that and have some real good dick, the best dick comes from a nice man. Yes, I am saying that. You realize since everything else was so bad, it made the one good thing in comparison seem so good. good, when in reality, it's probably just mediocre. Once I got high and jerked off so good I dissociated when I came, now weed makes me anxious. When it's so good, you're like, I can't do that again. Me, when I eat something like really, really good, I'm like, that was fantastic, but I can never touch that again. Oh my God. My partner and I have been together for a year and a half, but we haven't had sex. I'm going feral. Babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is this like a weird religious thing, or is it like maybe trauma based? If it's trauma based, I get it, like at your own speed, but if it's something you need, dare I argue, not that you need to make him give it to you, but like, or her, maybe this isn't a relationship for you. A year and a half? I'll tell you what, when you do finally have sex, it's going to be the best experience of your entire goddamn life. Or the worst. There's no in between. Made a new friend traveling and she let me try a Zyn for the first time and I threw up. Average Zyn experience. Yeah, Zyns are not for the weak. I can't do Zyns. I smoke cigarettes. I cannot do Zyns. Zyns will send you into orbit. Zyns are for the people who've been smoking cigarettes for at least 20 years. And I dare I argue, if you are a young individual and you have not been smoking cigarettes that long and you're able to face Zyns, that's crazy. That's insane. Also, we don't need gum cancer around here. Leave the Zyns alone. I have a habit of sleeping with someone as soon as I get out of a relationship. You know. Best way to get over someone is to get under another. I'll tell you what, girls. I was talking to two brothers at the same time and they never found out. I slept with one. You know what? You have fun, girl. Most of the people I've slept with, mainly hookups, hit raw. Oh no, girl. I fear I'm the same as you. I mean, not all the time, but like, yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I lost my virginity raw. So after that, I was like, well, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? I don't have like that many bodies, so it's not like I'm just like running around like that. But it's definitely a risk. It's definitely a risk. A girl, the last thing you want is on STD. The last thing you want is HPV. That's what you really need to look out for. Stalked a man so hard, I know his grandparents' previous address and phone number. Listen, we need to get more women in the CIA. We need to get more women into intelligence offices because they truly can find out anything. They can discover any fucking thing. Get the men out of there. Women, give women a laptop and a cigarette and a Red Bull. She will find every single piece of information on a person ever. Time born, star sign, grandparents' addresses and phone numbers. She will figure it all out. Blacked out on Halloween and handed the bouncer my used tampon. Oh my God. Don't fuck with the bouncers. The bouncers are on your side, okay? But like, holy shit. Happy Halloween. Trick or treat. Here's your trick. Like, damn. Had sex with my boyfriend's best friend on his bed. Oh my God, girl. Oh my God, girl. What? Wait a minute. I have to take this in. Current boyfriends, because I fear you need to break up with him. I fear this is the only way to rectify the situation is you have to break up with him. And never tell him because this might fuck him up like severely. I always got skid marks on my panties. This is a new thing for me. What the fuck? Like pussy skid marks, like you're bleeding a little bit or like discharge, or is it like poop skid marks? I'm gonna assume poop skid marks. Here's the thing. If you're getting skid marks, it's because you're not wiping enough. And I know you're like, I keep wiping and wiping. You need like wet wipes. You need flushable wet wipes. I think that would help a lot. I'm not one to get skid marks, but I am one to get hemorrhoids. And I find if I like have a hemorrhoid, it's harder to get clean back there because like, ow, ouch. So get wet wipes. They will help. Absolutely. I used to take tobacco out of cigarette butts and smoke them with gum wrappers. We've all been depraved. Absolutely. I remember when I used to smoke tea leaves out of sticky notes. So that's how I knew I was going to have a substance problem. Girl, what are we doing smoking tea leaves out of sticky notes? Okay, you're going to get like glue poisoning. Set scene, middle of yoga, flow, downward dog to leg up to plank. I audibly fart, no music. That means you're hitting all the right muscles. In my opinion, here's the thing. If I was a yoga instructor and people were just like tooting and booting in my class, that means you're activating all the muscles that you need to get the right stretch to get it right. Okay? you know, I'll take it as a compliment, truly. I'm a bartender, and if I don't like a customer, I upcharge. I just say it's taxes if they ask. Real as fuck. Don't fuck with your servers or your bartenders or your bouncers. They are on your side, and if you treat them well, you will get the best experience ever. I only get free drinks because my first drink I get and I tip fat. They are more willing to take care of you. I remember when it was like, we had just won the Super Bowl, and me and my boyfriend were going out into the busiest part of Kansas City, and we had gotten to the area before everybody else had gotten there to party, so it was pretty empty. So I saw like a VIP section, and instead of like asking, I went to the bar, I ordered my drinks, you know, tipped as fat as fucking possible. Me and my boyfriend went up to the VIP section, and we're like dancing, having a good time, setting the vibe. We're not just there sitting, like we're bringing the party to the place. And they never kicked us out of that VIP section. I kept going down. I kept getting drinks. They would get me free drinks. I would keep tipping fat. And we were able to have that section, probably like that $5,000 section, to ourselves all night. And like some people walked up and were like, hey, is this your section? Can we sit with you? Yeah, you can sit with us. Take care of your bartenders, tip them well. I also do this when because I don't give a fuck. If I'm in my restaurant job, I do not give a fuck. If you piss me off, I'm immediately charging you for everything. Every single little thing. You want the extra side? $4. Oh, you want this? Okay, $6 upcharge. I do not give a fuck because I can't cuss you out, but I can run that card up. And I already know if you hate me, you're not tipping me. So I might as well make it hurt. Now, if I like you, I'm giving you free shit. I'm giving you so much free shit. Like, as much as I possibly can. I'm comping things. I'm taking them off the table. I don't care. Be nice to your service workers. I didn't stop picking and eating my boogers till I was 11 or 12. Maybe you're like salt deficient. Like, I'm trying to think of like the minerals in your boogers, but like maybe you're like deficient in that. And so you were like craving the minerals. You know what I mean? Asked this guy his pronouns and he said babe/hubby. Hello. These men are fucking insane. We haven't even had a date. Block. Yeah, you might as well get away from that man. That man's gonna be in diapers in your bedroom and you're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? Where am I? What's going on? I said I love you after 3 weeks of going out, but also I do love him. I'll never shame a woman for saying I love you. Life's too short. Tell everybody you love them. And if he's like, wow, that's serious, be like, I tell everybody I love them. I do love you. You know, I have so much love for you. If men get scared of that, he's a pussy. This guy leaked my nudes in high school, and years later, we saw each other at a picnic. You know what I do? I'd walk up to him and I'd be like, you're lucky I didn't press charges. Give me all the money in your wallet right fucking now, or I'm spilling the tea to everybody here. Oh, your girlfriend's here? Let me go tell her about how you leaked my nudes to the entire high school. Unless you give me all of your money in your wallet right now. Unless you Venmo me $500 fucking dollars. I'd hold him at ransom. I would, absolutely. I went to a club for the first time and recently got kicked out for being too intoxicated. Yeah, it happens. There's a level between like fun, sexy girl and like we're really concerned for your health girl. And it's a fine line. I say when you go out to a club, especially in public, if you're pre-gaming, you have a limit of 3 drinks. 3 drinks. By the third, you got to stop and you have to just drink water. I've noticed after I get past the third, that's when blackout hours occur. That's when it's like, uh-oh, I'm going to become evil. This is from somebody that I have worked with previously. I steal old stock vapes from my boss's office sometimes. Inshallah, he doesn't see this. You know what, girl? I'm sure they're not paying you enough. You get your bag. You get your vapes. I check his girlfriend's socials even though she has me blocked on IG. I want to be better than this. Oh my God, please leave her alone. Not even just like leave her alone. I don't feel bad for her. I feel bad for you. You're torturing yourself. You're turning your life into a prison sentence. Free yourself. I called into work this weekend to get white girl wasted at my boyfriend's family's cabin. Real. I think I'm also going to call into work this weekend. So twins. I don't know what it is about calling to work that makes me feel so bad. I think it's because I like actually like my coworkers and I don't want them to suffer. But also I'm like, your girl has shit to do. I want to fuck the 45-year-old chef at my work. Help. Girl, he's got crabs. That man is not going to take care of you. He can barely cook a burger, and I guarantee he has a coke problem. That is the last thing you want inside of you. Pro tip to the girls, if he works in a kitchen, if he is a yoga instructor, if he is a self-proclaimed hippie, if he is a skater boy, if he plays a musical instrument. These are the world's biggest fuckboys. I'm doubting my engagement. Oh, but I'm too ashamed to tell anyone except my therapist. This is very interesting. I'm glad you have a therapist for this. That's very helpful, because if I was sitting alone with these thoughts, I'd be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I think, especially with like, you're about to do something big in your life, I think it's very normal to question that experience or if it's right for you. Especially like college, any sort of like big engagements, love, things like that. Very normal to question it. So don't worry about that. But ask yourself why you're questioning it. Is it things based in reality, like huge red flags that you've been ignoring and now you can't ignore them any longer? Or is it just like, I'm nervous? You know, if it's just I'm nervous, then he's probably the right guy. If it's like massive red flags, girl, get the fuck out of there and reveal it to your therapist so she can help you make an exit plan. I just found a new waxer who I love, but I shit on the table. She was cool about it though. Oh my God. What do you mean you shit on the table? Did it hurt so bad that you were like, oops, one slid out? That's wild. Here's the thing. If I was a waxer, that is a judgment-free zone. Anything can happen, absolutely. But like, oh my God, I need to find a waxer that I trust that much. Situationship with 18-year-old busser at my serving job. Oh my God, working in a restaurant is hell on earth. It is hell on fucking earth. I don't know why everybody's always fucking each other. It's crazy. You know what? Have your fun. But how old are you? Are you also 18? Then it's fine. If you're anywhere over the age of 20, please leave that child alone. I have a boyfriend, but I still find other men attractive. That's fine. There are attractive people out there. Like, factually so, there are other attractive people out there, and that is absolutely normal, absolutely valid, absolutely fine. It's just like, you can think that in your head. Don't feel bad about thinking that in your head. Just don't act on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's normal to be like, that's an attractive person. I know, like, and very, like, non-crazily so, I know my boyfriend sees other girls and is like, that's a bad bitch. Because I see other girls and I go, that's a bad bitch. The same way he's probably like, oh yeah, she sees other men, is like, that man's fine. But I'm not like gooning over him. I'm not like, oh my God, this man is so attractive, like I need to fuck him right now. Like, no, that's not how you should feel. You know what I mean? But it is like, rightfully so, there's attractive people out there. It's okay to find them attractive. Don't goon over them. Don't like drool over them. That's weird to do in a relationship. But yeah, normal. When I was 13, I skipped Sunday school, sat in the church parking lot, and flicked the bean to lesbian porn. You're going to hell. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I've done worse things in a church parking lot. Not sexually, but I remember when me and my friends went to the church parking lot to go smoke weed, and then we got caught by the police and had to run from them and hide in the bushes. Like, so many crazy shit has happened in the church parking lot, so don't even worry about it. I heel kick creeps on the dance floor and then act innocent. Real. It's okay to get a little violent on the dance floor. It's like, you're in my fucking space. Fuck you. That's what we were doing to that one man who got kicked out last week. We were kind of like, you know, elbowing him because, bitch, you're in our fucking space. You're pushing us around. And then he started pushing harder. And that's when it was like, nope, you're done. You're done. You're getting the fuck out of here. Fuck you. We're ruining your night. And I hope you die outside. In high school, I sucked the plug's dick for edibles for me and my friends. Sometimes a girl's gotta do what they gotta do. I've never like done sexual favors for edibles or weed in general. I know that any sort of plug will always accept that as payment. Like, that is just a known. And I have definitely gotten into cars with men who they assumed that's what's going to happen, and then I just took the weed and was like, thanks, and gave them a kiss on the cheek and got out as fast as I could. Don't rob the plug. And you don't need to be doing sexual favors for weed, but also, what a good friend. Truly. I hope those people are in love with you, because that is impressive. Don't do that. I was a furry in middle school. I want to get involved with the community again, but I'm scared. Girl, I'm pro furry. I understand being a furry in like middle school and high school is hard because people are ruthless. But like I said, I am pro furry. I love my furries. I'm not a furry myself. That's not my community. But I do love a community of like intellectual people who are unafraid to be themselves. Like LARPers. I love LARPers. That's so much fun. Yes, go play with your foam swords in the park. Like, I love a Renaissance festival. I love some weirdos. I love some freaks of nature. I love that. And I say that with all the love in my heart, freaks of nature, because I'm also a freak of nature in my own weird ways. And I do love people who are so unafraid to be themselves. And I think the furry community is very like safe, fun, healthy, at least from what I've seen so far. I know in any communities there's like the bad ones, but like I said, after that furry saved my goddamn life, I owe them everything and I will only speak highly. Last week, my best friend's brother gave me the best head of my life. I haven't told her yet. I don't think I would tell her. I think I would just keep having fun. I think I just keep having fun. Fuck it. Especially if it's the best head of your life. I'm about to sell feet pics to a guy who likes me and I will not tell my boyfriend. Girl, that's okay. Just take him out to dinner at least. Just take him out to dinner at the very least. You know what I mean? I remember my friend was on like vacation in Chicago or something and she was just posting on Snapchat and she was posting to like I haven't been on Snapchat in years, but she was posting to like the main grid where like you can just like go through everybody in the area, and some guy slid up and was like, hey, can I buy the socks off your feet for $100 right now? And she's like, yeah, pull up. That man pulled up, she took the socks off her feet, handed it to him, made $100. Can you blame a girl? Can you blame a girl? I can't. I think I have fried the nerves in my clit from how much I use the rose toy. Yeah, no, that's real. That's something they don't talk about. Like with any sort of sex toys or like clitoral stimulation, your fingers can't do that much. Like it can't do that much like rubbing, you know, it's not going to do that much damage. But you can like basically fry the nerves in your clit from using like vibrators too much or anything like that, or any sort of suction. So be careful. Be careful, okay? But I will tell you, they grow back. If you just like take a week off or take some time off, they'll go back to normal. You just can't keep doing it over and over and over and over again. I hooked up with one of my straight, in quotations, guy friends after a night at the bars. I'm a gay man. Ooh, I know that was hot and steamy and so fun. Oh my gosh. I think more men are gay than they let on to be. Absolutely. And it's like, we're not going to hate you for that. We're not going to hate you if you're like a bisexual or gay. Like, I hate the toxic masculinity of it all, because it's like, first of all, straight men who pretend to not be gay, or no, gay men who pretend to be straight. That's what I meant to say. Gay men who pretend to be straight, who are like, no, I do like women, but they actually don't. They ruin women's lives. Those are the ones who cheat on them, who hit on them, who are just like evil, awful. And it's like, leave the women alone. We know you want to be with a man, and that is fine. But like, just live your truth, king. You know, like live your best life. Go out there, you know, lay some pipe or get some pipe. We don't care. The women want best for everybody, always. But maybe you have a new fun like hookup partner, and that's super fun and sexy. Oh, I hooked up. Okay, follow me here. I hooked up with my boyfriend's sister's baby daddy. So sister-in-law's baby daddy. I know you're not married, but years ago, before we met, do I say anything? No. Do not say anything. It will ruin the relationship. It will ruin not only your relationship with him, but your relationship with the sister and the relationship in general. You keep that to yourself. You truly pretend like it never happened. Genuinely. I have a breeding kink. Okay, period. Me too. Sometimes I'll look my boyfriend in the eyes and I'm like, get me pregnant right now. And it's like, that's a threat. He's like, oh my God, no, no. It feels like it's being held at gunpoint, but like, get me pregnant now. And I don't think that's me speaking. I think that's like my middle 20s age me speaking, where it's like my hormones are just going fucking crazy. I don't know what it is about being a woman in your mid 20s where your body just wants you to get pregnant so bad. Release me. I don't want to be. Oh my God, I had a threesome with my two best friends and have been telling all of our mutuals about it. If you have a threesome with friends, you can't tell people about it. You know what I mean? You have to at the very least, like if you tell people about it, you have to understand that the other people need to be aware of that. You know what I mean? Because like if a cute little, you know, like sleepover threesome happens, that's fine. But sometimes what happens at the sleepover stays at the sleepover. You know what I mean? Okay, I think that's all the confessionals for today. Wow. Wowee. That was a roller coaster ride, if I do say so myself. Now it's time for my confessional, even though I've made a few regarding some of your guys's. Time for my confessional. You ready? I exclusively only watch lesbian porn, and I'm very sad that I've never eaten pussy before. I know. And I know a bunch of you guys are like, I'm in a relationship with a straight man, and I don't know if I should break up with him because, you know, I want to eat some pussy. I'm not like that. It's definitely, I'm at the point in time where it's like, I'm happy where I am. And yeah, but there is like a little sad part of me that's like, oh, I'll never eat pussy. I never will. I never will. If I stay with this man forever, I never will. Unless we get like weird and freaky later on into our lives, we bring in a third. I just don't think I'm a third kind of girl. But yeah, it is kind of heartbreaking to be like, oh, damn, really wish I could eat some pussy right now. I truly only watch lesbian porn. But I think most girls only watch lesbian porn because it's the most realistic. If you really think about it, like it's the most realistic. Sometimes like the straight porn, I'm like, that just, one of them isn't having fun, and I want to see like both people enjoy it. And I feel like most lesbian porn is like softer, more sensual, more enjoyable, and that's my kind of vibe. But I am bisexual, so you know, of course I feel like I'm missing out on pussy. At least I'm happy where I am, so it's not like I'm missing out. If you feel like truly you are living your true life, leave that person, you know, go live your best life. But you all have been cleared of your sins. You all have been born anew. You all are free to live your best lives. Understand that we all make mistakes. We're all weird. We're all ugly. We're all a little fucked up. But that's what makes life fun and hot and sexy. And sometimes you got to make mistakes to have those stories to tell, to have a little laugh, and to enjoy life. But if you feel shame or guilt over any of these things, rectify in your heart that today is a new day to become a better person and to not be that person anymore if you don't want to be. But if you do want to be evil, that's okay too. The devil speaking. Oh, I love you all so much. If you want to see what I'm up to in the mountains, traveling, enjoying my time, the hikes I go on, please follow me on Instagram at Hannah Marlene. I am posting as well consistently on the Patreon only podcasts will be going up this week, even though I'm on vacation. Patreon.com/smokesesshawty. And I am going to be filming a vlog of my Colorado trip. So if you want to watch it, that will be on YouTube, Hannah Marlene 444. I think I just uploaded, if everything goes according to plan this week, I should have uploaded a fair food mukbang. So if you want to see that, that will be there. But please come support the Patreon, please. I put in so much work, and I love the little community over there. We get a little bit more raw and real, and we have a good ass fucking time. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for being truthful and honest with me and sitting down and having a little girls key session. I had so much fun with you all. Please stay sane, stay sexy, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.